Oh boy. So today we are on the Minnesota MotoChill ride, group ride, end of the year ride. So we'll see how this goes, I guess. It's gonna be busy as hell because there are a lot of people. R6, R3, don't know what that is. Honda Magna, sorry. A lot of bikes. Don't want to get hit today. Let's all be safe today, huh? Definitely gonna have to wait our turn because holy crap, there's a lot of bikes. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna talk anything specific today. Your drink on the back. All right, here we go. Here we go. See what new roads we're gonna ride too, because I'm not sure. Might be riding some roads that I've never ridden before. The nice thing about riding in a group is you can kind of have a little bit more fun than usual. Because you have space to, you don't have space to do it, but you have the community to do it, I guess. Rather than riding by yourself where you have to watch out for so many cops. Like, more than likely there's going to be a lot of people that see a cop before us, so, or before yourself. I can't tell what this person is doing. So yeah, we'll see what kind of new roads we find today. See if we can find any new roads that I have not yet ridden ever before. So we will see. We will see. Good looking bikes here. I saw a good R7. I asked about that. What else? R7. CBR 500. Oh, I saw a couple FZ1s. I saw 2 FZ1s. Colors should be pretty beautiful too out here. It might be just a hair bit too late because a lot of the leaves are falling, but you know, you'll still get a sense of what the fall colors look like around here. I almost got pulled over on this road. I was coming around this corner going the other way, whatever way that is. Southeast, west, north, couldn't even tell you, but Yeah, I was coming around that corner and there was a cop. I was coming around that corner and there was a cop, and he did a double take for sure. But I think, well, next week, starting on Monday, I have to, go to Ohio for work for 4 days, so probably when I get back, there's going to be no more riding left, which is unfortunate, but at least I'm getting out today before I have to go to work on Monday. I don't even know what we're doing, installing some kind of crane of some sort, but yeah. Should be fun. Not. But down in Ohio, it's a 12-hour drive there. Twelve-hour drive there, 12-hour drive back. So it's like, it's probably almost 2 days of driving and then 2 days of work, I think is what it is. But to me, it's kind of like easy money at that point, you know? It's so weird how motorcycles can just like hop in and out of areas. It's pretty fucking cool. I'd like to go to these, you know, more next year, only because, you know, I can talk about my business a little bit more during these things, so that'd be nice. Rough road. Hopefully not on this one. Hopefully on the next one. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got a new exhaust on the old KTM. I got the Shorty Aero GP2. Oh, it sounds so great. It sounds like, you know, it sounds like one of those really expensive exhausts that you would get from like DaVinci or man, what's the other one? Oh, what's the other one that really pairs with KTM all the time? I don't remember their name. But they're like known for being the shorty pipes that you get for a KTM. If I remember the name, I'll try and say it. So if somebody wants a nice exhaust for their KTM, then they can have one. But yeah, this pipe that I currently have on it sounds amazing. And what's funny is, the first day that I got it, I installed it, went on a ride with my old lady, and then I was going to work the next morning, and my pipe, I was going to work the next morning and my pipe fell off. That guy really does not want him to get in. What's it called? Yeah, my baffle fell out while I was on the highway. I took off into the express lane and my baffle just shot right out my end pipe. And I know because my bike changed sound, and I was like, oh, that ain't right. So I ended up going back later that night with my old lady. We'll call her H. We'll call her H for this story. So H, we went out and we went on the highway and we just threw the hazards on my truck, and we looked for it for probably a good half hour, and it ended up being like a half mile down the road from where I thought I had, you know, lost it from my tailpipe. I found it. It was a little bit scraped up. It had a couple of little small dents on it. And which was okay. I just scuffed them up with a 3M pad, and then the bends I just kind of bent back out. It all really wasn't that bad. So after I did that, I stuck it back in, and the bike just doesn't sound as good to me without the baffle out. So I took the baffle out anyways, and I've been rocking without it. So it's kind of obnoxious, but if I want to go on a longer ride, I'll definitely stick that baffle back in so it's not so obnoxious. Especially if I go on another trip out west again, and you know, you're doing 90 and your bike's sitting at like 5,000 RPMs and fucking it's screaming. I mean, it's not screaming, but it's loud if you don't have a baffle. And right now I don't have a catalytic converter, so it's just a straight pipe from the headers back to that shorty pipe. But the bike sounds so good. You know, it sounds so... Ah! Did you see that leaf just fly in my helmet? It sounds so good. It's so growly, so deep. So good. Oh, I've never been down these roads before. It's a good thing I'm tracking this so I can find these roads later. Smiles, everybody. It's the last ride of the season. Might as well. You know? You might as well. A little gravelly out here. Yeah, I want to hear this bike under the 94 tunnel, because holy crap would it be obnoxious. A little rough roads, but I've never been in on these back roads before. Definitely something that'll show one of my riding buddies that I ride with. And that's kind of the fun thing about going on these group rides. Most of the time you've been in areas that you've never been before. The R7 I was talking about. Yeah, we got a good amount of people here. Yeah, you can't beat the noise of this KTM twin, baby. I think this ride is supposed to go till 4, if I'm not mistaken. But apparently they have like some kind of women's only photo shoot in Chanhassen after this, so who knows. Well, I think we're ending at an ice cream shop of some sort, but this ride alone, this ride around Minnetonka is like an hour long, so yeah, that's what I love about motorcycles, that you can just little confused at what this guy's doing here, but it's hard to ride in a group with when you're riding a trike because it takes up the whole lane. So I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I have no idea where this is. I don't think I've ever been over here. Is this part of Minnetonka? I love how we can just go right through the stoplights. You know, I will say to keep the ride going, you have to have good good traffic people that can hit stop signs and hit stop lights and stuff like that. It's really nice to have those people because then your ride isn't like stop and go. So that's really nice to have. But they definitely have to be experienced. Filmed all the bikes beforehand. I think I will afterwards. I'll film, like if we stop at another gas station, the other gas station in Minnetonka, I'll film all out of the bikes, and you guys can get a look at maybe your own bikes if you're watching this video. And if you're not from Minnesota and you're watching it, then you can kind of see what bike maybe you want or what you don't want, I guess. Oh, they came out with the SuperDuke Adventure 1390, or the Super Adventure 1390. They actually made it a 1390 and they didn't stay with the 1290. I love that. Put even more power into that bike, and I think the newer KTM has has like variable cam timing. So when you get into the higher PMs, it changes the timing changes the timing, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to do a little bit more research on that, so don't quote me, but I'm pretty positive. That bike looks so good. I love how they designed the front headlight of that bike. You know, it's that signature KTM, like just alien looking bike. I wish they would keep making their Super Sport, but I think they discontinued it. The RC8, I think they discontinued that bike. Not that they would have to make it, but, you know. That guy almost hit me. Saw it in my mirror. He came to an abrupt stop. Now we're downtown Wayzata. Downtown Wayzata. It's a nice area down here too. If you've never been down here, definitely take a look. They got, you know, some shops, some nice restaurants. They got an ice cream shop, whatnot. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Man, that's a big group. lot of bikes out today. Every single one of us would get a ticket. See, that's the thing about group rides, you can just coast right through the lights, which is kind of nice. Put it on the gram, baby. Yeah. Here we're going through a pretty good part. A lot of nice colors and trees. I don't know what that thing is. I don't know if that's a CF Moto, what that is. Got the Adventure in front of us. I think that's a GS. That might be an MT-07, that blue one right there, the guy with the camel jacket, I think. I'm not sure. And this might be the end of the route. This might be the end of the route. I don't know. I don't know. Nope, not the end of the route. It's not as bad around the lake today, only because I think it's like, what is it? Yeah, it's 66 outside right now. That's what the temperature gauge on the old KTM says. So it's really not terrible by the lake. The wind is the killer, man. We went out riding the other night, and there was probably 10 to 15 mile an hour gusts of wind, and it was colder going there when the sun was out than it was heading home back when there was no sun, but the wind was less. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's a beautiful part of Minnetonka, though. We're on Highway 15, I believe. I wish we were here just a little bit earlier for the fall colors, but, you know, if you're not from Minnesota, you still get the idea of what it kind of looks like, I guess. Trees are definitely bare. Bare like a baby's bottom. I wish I could filter through the group a little bit more to get, you know, looks at bikes, but it is what it is. I'll be able to stop when we stop at a near gas station and get a quick walk around of the bikes. It's crazy how many motorcycle riders there actually is until they all converge together into a group, you know. Most of the time you get guys that are riding solo, like myself and a couple other people that I talk to that ride solo, and you know, they get together for a group ride at the end of the year, beginning of the year, or whatever you want to call it, and yeah, it's just crazy how many riders are actually out there, you know. There's so many. That R7 looks so good. It looks like a super sport, you know. I'm hoping that the R9 is going to look, well, I mean, I've seen it, so I don't know, but I hope it has the same kind of characteristics, which I think it does. And I think they're coming out with a blue, an all black, and then what was the other color? So like a titanium gray or something like that. I think they're done with the neon colors as far as the super sports, because the R6 was like, they had a silver and that neon green rims. They had that on the R6 back then, but they really haven't had anything much like that on the newer bikes, besides maybe like the naked ones that kind of have the outgoing colors. I haven't posted any of the previous videos that I made. I think I have like 6 videos ready to go and edit. I think what I'll do is this will be the first video that I post, because whoever's watching it will probably click it and then they'll want to watch some other content, and I'll hopefully have all that stuff posted by the time this video posts, so you know, you do have some motorcycle content to watch, and whatever you take from the video, you take from the video. But what's kind of cool is the fact that, like, if you go on these group rides and people are watching your videos, you know, it makes it a little bit more like wholesome, I guess, because you're like, oh yeah, I know you in person, like you actually watch my videos. I think that's kind of cool. instead of somebody just commenting on it like, oh, I'm from New York, you know, and you can't put a face to their name. Whereas like when you ride with groups, you could probably put a face to a name if people watch your videos. So I like that. I like that a lot. Some maintenance that I have to do on the KTM before next season starts is brake fluid, clutch fluid. I probably have to look at the brake pads at some point. Definitely have to do spark plugs after that trip that I had, and then I gotta either get a new air filter or clean the current one that I have. So I gotta do that. Oh, she is toothless. Oh my god, it's so cute. That's the FZ1's name, is Toothless. Yeah, so I gotta do that maintenance before the beginning of next season, so that the bikes are ready to go. Thankfully, I do have tires, so I don't have to worry about getting tires or anything like that, because I got a basically a brand new set that only has like 2,000 miles on it from when I went on my trip, and I swapped those out with the ones that are currently on my bike. But I've gotten a lot of life out of these tires. Like, I probably have close to 8,000 miles on them, and they're a little bit flat spotted, yeah, but they, you know, I can still corner fairly well on these tires, which I'm really happy with. Like, they lasted a long time considering how many miles we put on out west, and then you know, coming back to the cities and kind of ripping around the cities, because this bike just chews up tires. But that Michelin GT, it holds up to that torque, so I'm happy about it. I can't really complain. I mean, I should be able to with the price that are on these tires. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I split off at Highway 100. We stopped at a holiday gas station, hung out, and met some cool people. Saw some really cool bikes, took some footage of all the bikes. Hopefully you can get a little bit of a sneak peek of what everybody was riding based off of a little panoramic footage that I got, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully you enjoyed something in the video. As always, this is the one, and stay 2 wheels down. Alrighty guys. Oh, I forgot. I should have some more videos coming up. I have like 6 videos in the ready to be posted. I just have to edit them. So there will definitely be more content. So depending on when this video goes up, you know, the other footage might be available. So I'll link a previous videos, or you can look at the previous videos. Other than that, subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want, but as always, stay 2 wheels down.